Most men don't lose respect in one dramatic moment. They lose it through quiet, unnoticed habits, behaviors so small they feel harmless. But over time they destroy your presence, your influence, and your confidence. People rarely tell you when they stop respecting you. They simply treat you differently, speak to you differently, and eventually stop seeing you as someone who matters. Here are 7 silent reasons why most men lose respect without even realizing it, and how to rise above them. 1. You apologize for everything, even when you're not wrong. One of the fastest ways men lose respect is by apologizing excessively. Not every situation needs an "I'm sorry." When you apologize for simply existing, speaking, or taking up space, you communicate that you believe you're automatically wrong, even when you haven't done anything harmful. People subconsciously start seeing you as unsure, anxious, or lacking conviction. They stop viewing you as someone who stands on solid ground. They start treating you like someone who is always seeking approval, rather than someone who moves with intention. Apologies should be reserved for real mistakes, not for every moment of discomfort. Respect grows when you speak clearly, act confidently, and acknowledge mistakes only when they genuinely require accountability. 2. You stay silent when something bothers you. A lot of men think staying quiet makes them look mature, calm, or unbothered. But silence can also be a quiet surrender, a sign that you're willing to tolerate what disrespects you. When you allow people to cross your boundaries without correction, they assume it doesn't matter to you. You unintentionally teach others that your comfort and values are secondary to theirs. This destroys respect because people stop taking your needs seriously. Healthy communication isn't confrontation. It's clarity. It's saying, "This crosses my line," or "I'm not comfortable with that." People respect men who can express themselves without exploding. Men who remain firm without becoming aggressive. Your boundaries are your voice. If you never speak, people will fill in your silence with whatever suits them. And that is where respect quietly dies. 3. You seek validation instead of giving value. Respect fades quickly when your actions come from a place of wanting to be liked, approved, or accepted by everyone around you. When you chase validation, people sense it, and they stop seeing you as a leader. You become someone who adjusts to the room, instead of someone who influences it. Seeking validation makes you over-explain yourself, over-justify your decisions, and constantly look for reactions to determine your worth. People don't respect someone who doubts himself. They respect someone who moves with inner purpose, stays grounded in his values, and shows up consistently even when no one applauds. You gain respect not by trying to please others, but by focusing on your mission, your growth, and the value you bring. The more you improve yourself, the less you care about external approval. And ironically, the more people start respecting you. 4. You don't stand by your decisions. A man who constantly changes his decisions based on pressure, opinions, or temporary emotions slowly loses respect without noticing. People don't trust someone who is always rethinking everything, or trying to please everyone. When you make a decision and then reverse it again and again, you appear unstable, even if your intentions are good. Respect grows from consistency, conviction, and clarity. Not from perfection, but from direction. Of course, you can update your opinion when new information appears. But flipping your choices every time someone disagrees makes you look unsure of yourself. People respect men who move with thoughtful intention, who take time to decide. But once they decide, they stand firm unless there is a real reason to change. A grounded man brings certainty into conversations. And certainty is one of the most respected qualities you can develop. 5. You treat everyone's time as more important than yours. Many men lose respect by being overly accommodating. You cancel your plans to fit others. You wait endlessly for people who don't value your schedule. You say yes when your plate is already full. All of this sends one hidden message. My time is not valuable. People will always treat your time the way you treat it. If you constantly rearrange your life to fit others, they begin to see you as someone whose priorities don't matter. Respect disappears when you make yourself the last item on your own list. A man who respects his time builds discipline, presence, and self-worth. He knows when to say no, when to step back, and when to set a boundary that protects his focus. When you value your time, people adjust to you, not the other way around. 6. You avoid challenges because you fear failure. Respect quietly dies whenever a man chooses comfort over growth. Not trying, not improving, not pushing yourself. These actions slowly shrink how people see you, and how you see yourself. Men lose respect not because they fail, but because they stop trying. They avoid hard goals, uncomfortable conversations, and situations that stretch them. Fear of embarrassment becomes stronger than the desire to improve. But here's the truth. People respect effort far more than perfection. A man who tries, fails, and rises again commands more respect than someone who never risks anything. Growth requires courage, and courage builds presence, confidence, and influence. Your life expands in direct proportion to the challenges you're willing to face. Respect begins the moment you choose progress over comfort. 7. You let people re-enter your life without accountability. Many men lose respect by allowing repeated patterns. Someone mistreats them, breaks their trust, acts unfairly. Yet they allow that person back into their life, without any real boundaries or accountability. Forgiveness is noble, but forgiveness without standards is self-betrayal. When people see that you tolerate behavior that hurts you, drains you, or disrespects you, they stop taking you seriously. They assume you'll always come back. They assume you don't value yourself enough to enforce consequences. Respect grows when you draw clear lines. When you say, this behavior is not acceptable, or, if you want access to me, things must change. Accountability is not punishment. It is self-respect in action. And when you show others how deeply you respect yourself, they begin respecting you far more in return. Respect isn't something you demand. It's something you attract by the way you carry yourself, the standards you set, and the habits you build daily. Fix these silent mistakes, and you won't just gain respect. You'll transform your presence, your confidence, and your entire direction in life.